shit that happens outside of making records matters at the end of the day. You want to get the song done.
At the end of the day, you know, I'm a part of a film company. One of the companies that we have, Red Iris Films, and we are currently working on a documentary for a gang, a gang from the 90s, from the 80s and the 90s called Young Guns.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so crazy because listening to all the different issues that they had with everybody, this person and that person, you know, Eddie F and this person and that was a part of that whole, you know, because we're from Mount Vernon.
Right.
Here, you know, the home of Heavy D and that whole, you know, the whole vibey hip hop culture that Hev had going. And when you hear like all the backstories, it's like, man, y'all were going through all of that, yet y'all still made fire.
Right.
Y'all were going through all of that. However, Hev was still on top. Y'all still had fire. Pete Rock became an icon and a legend with all the craziness that was going on. So it's like, you know what? You know, the determination is the music is what's the most important. You know, we love that music life, that we about that life.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've had several people on this season from Mount Vernon. Is it a close-knit community out there?
Well, it's only 4 by 4.2 miles.
Yeah, right. Everybody live in the same house.
A population of 75,000 people that live in that 4.4.
Right.
So, yeah, I would say it's pretty close.
Wow.
You know, and the funny thing is, you know, there's a lot of things that happen here, issues, and, you know, politics is still politics. But at the end of the day, if you come in here, the reason the Young Guns got started in the first place was because people were coming from somewhere else and was coming in and shooting up and doing things here, and they just weren't gonna have it. Yeah. My was like, no, and they came together deep.
Yeah.
You can ask about the Young Guns.
Yeah, I've heard about the Young Guns.
Yeah. So you know.
And you're producing a documentary for this.
We are, yes.
Wow, that's exciting. When will this be publicly available?
Well, we're hoping to get it finished probably about spring.
Okay.
Not sure when we're gonna drop it yet. They're still in talks about it, you know. Because again, we're working with the gang, so you want to make sure you do right. They may be older, but they're still who they are.
Is this your first go around with a documentary, or do you have a background in video?
We have a very strong background in video. We have been in operation for a little over 15 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So we have a very strong background in both film and photography.
Okay.
You can look us up on YouTube. Our reels are up. Red Iris Films, one word. Red Iris Films. I'll text it to you guys later on so that you can see a lot of the stuff that we do.
Okay.
Actually, my video was shot by Red Iris Films as well.
That was my next question.
Yeah, you mentioned the music video earlier, and I knew that you were an artist, and I didn't know that you had a music video out, so I'm excited to check that out too.
Yes.
Giving me lots of homework today.
Right.
Good. It's called Real Love. And
Brandon's a filmmaker. That's what he does. Brandon makes film.
I think, Brandon, if that being the case, I'm sure you'll appreciate a lot of the editing.
Yeah.
A lot of our editing practices.
Yeah. That's the editing is my that's my weakness.
I'll tell you guys this, I am so spoiled because it took us a long time to and it's a very simple video, but it took us a long time because I'm so like, I believe in my team so much and our brand. And I'm always looking at how I represent us, how, so there are things I probably made people shoot like 100 times over, and I'm like, no, go back. It's not right yet.
Are you a diva, Danny Rowe?
I don't look at it like that.
How you look at it?
A bit of a perfectionist, I only did like 20 recordings of my song.
Right.
Hey, sometimes that's what it takes. Hey,
I ain't gonna hate on you.
Yeah, no. You gotta do it till it's right. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, you'll never get it back.
Exactly. And it's all about, what you hear, how you hear it. Everybody's ear is different.
Sure. So
now you mentioned earlier. Oh, go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
I just had one last question about this video stuff. How involved do you get in the creative process? Because I work with a lot of musicians when it comes to music videos, and I've had musicians that have brought me not a script, but this is what I want the video to be. And then I've had musicians that have said, I have no idea, let's just do something. How involved do you like to get in that process?
Well, we do ask, we ask them to, write down some ideas, if you're able to draw it out, if you're able to, give us a drawing board and let us know exactly, if you know the direction you want to go in, write the rough down, right? Let us, I mean, we can go off the cuff. There are a few videos that we've done. I directed a video for vocals by Jamel called Talking Me to Death. And I remember they came and picked me up the morning of her video shoot, and I didn't even know we were going to shoot the video. And they go, and I'm like, well, where are we going to go? Oh, we got to shoot a video for Jamel, vocals by Jamel. And I'm like, oh, okay. Never heard the song until I'm like, well, I need to hear the song.
Yeah.
If I'm going to direct a video, I need to at least hear the song. So she played the song, and I'm listening to it, and immediately she had all these people she had invited to come and be in the video, just knowing she needed bodies. And I said, okay. And I looked around the room. I said, okay. I said, that's the main guy that you wanted. I was like, yeah. I was like, sir, yeah, I need you to take your shirt off. And he's like, huh? And the thing, he was in correction. So he was like, but I was like, do like 10 push-ups and you'll be fine. And then, there was another person in the room that she had been had gone through high school with, and he was just basically there for support. And I looked at him and I said, you have another shirt to put on? And he said, yeah. I said, okay. And I took her flowers out of her vase, her fake flowers out of her vase, and put some paper towel up in the top of the cork of the bottle that the flowers were in. And I said, here. And I handed him the vase and the flowers and said, go stand outside.
Hell no.
You're going to be the guy that takes her away from the guy that she lives with. So the video is very interesting because, oddly enough, I'm literally in the house with all corrections officers who all have guns. And the guys are getting madder by the moment every time they figure out what I'm ending this video with. So I basically told her, I said, look, I said, you're pissed off at this guy because he's not paying you any attention. He's on his phone. The entire time you're singing, you have an attitude. And I'm like, you're in the kitchen, you're cooking, you're sitting in your lingerie. He's nothing. He's not paying you any attention at all. I said, and then he leaves. He's getting dressed to leave. I said, so when he leaves, enters in the new guy. We got him coming up the staircase with the flowers and the bottle of wine. And he comes in. I was like, I hope this isn't odd for you, but you're going to have to kiss him.
Oh my. How did that work out?
So she goes, so they're like, oh my God. And so she greets him at the door, and I'm like, you gotta look like really sexy, like, you enter into my boudoir. And she's like, okay. She ran with it. Well, I'm gonna tell you, the video came out so well done. You would have thought that we had done the treatment. You would have thought that we had, this whole thing thought out for weeks, and
Made it up on the fly.
Right.
made it on the fly. And then she invites the guy in. We get pictures of them, just chilling, and the next thing you see is he's laying in the bed with her, and the boyfriend that she was living with comes in and sees him laying in the bed with her, and he just throws his keys on the bed and walks out. Yeah. I was like, there's some get back for you.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up.
Look at him.
It's called Talking Me to Death by Vocals by Jamel. Shout out to Vocals by Jamel. She's a
Very
dope.
good.
One of my vocal coaches.
Beautiful. Now, you mentioned earlier that you had stopped singing for a while.
I did.
I remember kind of those moments. What prompted you to want to not